This is about your sister. God is warning about your sister. Her hidden actions are about to uncovered. Don't take it normally. Open it immediately. Listen closely, because this is about your sister. This is not something to take casually, because in the silence of the night, God has been whispering her name again and again, showing signs that her hidden actions are about to be uncovered. Stay here, don't move away, because in the next seconds what is revealed will make everything around you shift. There has been a veil covering her steps, things she thought nobody could see, things she carried in secret, but heaven has been watching. The clouds above are heavy with truth, and now that truth is pressing to break open. This is not the time to look away, because you are chosen to hear it. Every smile she gave, every word she spoke carried more than what was visible. There is a story beneath the story, a decision beneath the decision, and heaven is preparing to unfold it right before your eyes. God says, your sister's hidden actions are not hidden anymore, they are rising to the surface like light breaking through darkness. Stay till the very end, because this is the exact second where revelation begins. Her footsteps are being traced by divine eyes, her choices are no longer in the shadows. Something she thought would never be known is about to stand in the open. This is why you are here, why you cannot scroll away, why you must hear this word fully. When God warns, it is not to create fear, but to prepare your spirit. And now, He is preparing you, because what is coming into the light will not just shock you, it will also free you. Hidden actions cannot stay buried forever, and heaven has chosen this moment to uncover them. Stay with this message until the end, because each word is a step closer to the truth. This is not ordinary. This is divine exposure, and you are standing right in the middle of it. Her silence has been speaking louder than her words, and heaven has been listening. God says the time has come when everything that was hidden in shadows must be brought to light. Stay right here, don't move, because you are standing at the doorway of revelation. The unseen layers of her actions are peeling back one by one, and the truth is pressing forward with unstoppable force. Every decision she made in secret has been carried in the hands of angels, and now the scroll of her story is opening in front of you. This is not a coincidence, this is alignment. You are here because you are meant to know, you are chosen to witness what others cannot see. Remain until the end, because each word is unfolding a mystery that has been locked away for too long. God says her hidden actions are about to echo like thunder. What was whispered in quiet corners is rising like a storm into the open sky. Nothing stays buried forever. The truth carries its own fire, and that fire is ready to burn away every mask, every disguise, every false covering she tried to wear. Stay with this message, because the very moment you think of leaving is the moment the greatest revelation is about to break forth. You will begin to see her differently, not with human eyes but with divine clarity. Heaven is preparing to show you not only what she has done, but also why it must come into the light now. This is not destruction, this is unveiling. The truth is a key, and it is being placed in your hands. Stay until the last second, because the key is about to turn. There is a reason you are hearing this right now, because heaven does not speak without purpose. God says, stay here and listen until the end, because the unveiling of your sister's hidden actions has already begun. What was once a secret is now trembling at the edge of exposure. Every step she took that she thought was invisible has been marked in the light of eternity, and those steps are now leading to a doorway you cannot ignore. The atmosphere around her is shifting, and you can feel it if you pay attention. It is like the air itself is heavy with something waiting to be revealed. Stay close, remain with me, because the truth is not far away, it is pressing at the very walls of this moment, ready to break through. God is not bringing this forward to harm you, but to prepare you. Preparation comes before transformation, and revelation comes before freedom. Your sister's story is not just about her, it is tied to you, to your journey, to the season you are standing in right now. That is why you must not look away. Each word you hear is drawing you deeper into the unveiling, each second you remain here is aligning you with what is about to be revealed. Stay until the end, because the greatest turn in this revelation will not be at the beginning but at the final breath of this message. What heaven has kept hidden for so long is about to unfold, and you are standing in the perfect position to see it. The truth is standing closer than you think, and God is saying this is the moment to pay full attention. Do not let your eyes wander, stay until the very end, because what is about to be uncovered carries a weight you cannot ignore. Your sister's hidden actions are like ink on a page that heaven has been holding back, but now the page is turning, and the writing cannot be erased. There have been whispers in the unseen, movements in the quiet, things she thought would remain covered forever, yet every secret has a time when it must rise. That time is now. Stay here, because each second draws you nearer to the unveiling. You are not just watching, you are chosen to witness, and that makes this moment divine. God says what is about to surface is not here to bring you down but to lift you higher, because truth always clears the path for destiny. Her hidden steps, her concealed choices, they are not beyond the eyes of heaven. The light is stronger than the shadow, and now the light is pouring in. Remain until the end, because the final piece is always revealed last. The mask is slipping, the cover is breaking, and you are about to see everything clearly. This is the reason you cannot scroll away, this is why you are being held here, because the revelation belongs to you. Heaven is pressing this moment into your spirit, and God is saying do not look away, because what concerns your sister is about to break open before your very eyes. Stay until the very end, because each second carries another layer of truth that is rising from the hidden places. The silence that once covered her actions is no longer strong enough to hold them down. Every choice she made, every step she tried to conceal, has been recorded in the eternal scroll, and now that scroll is unfolding. You are not here by chance, you are here because you were meant to see what others cannot. Do not move, remain right here, because the unveiling grows stronger with every word you hear. God says the shadow she walked in is dissolving, and the light of heaven is chasing away every disguise. What was once a mystery is becoming a revelation. Stay with this message, because the deeper truth is not in the beginning, it is waiting at the end, and only those who remain will understand it fully. Your sister's story is about to shift, and with it, your own journey will be redirected. This is why heaven is calling you to stay, to keep your focus fixed, because the final moment of this revelation will be the one that changes everything. There is a stirring in the unseen, and God is saying do not let this moment pass, because what concerns your sister is moving from hidden to revealed. Stay here until the last breath of this message, because what begins as a whisper will end as a thunder. Every action she thought was silent is echoing now, and the heavens are amplifying the sound so you cannot ignore it. The covering she wore is falling apart piece by piece, and with every second you remain, another veil is being lifted. This is not ordinary, it is divine exposure. The light of God is searching every shadow, and what has been locked away is breaking open like a sealed door that can no longer resist the key. Do not scroll away, for you are standing in the very center of revelation. God says, her steps were hidden, but they were never forgotten. Each one has been traced in the eternal design, and now the design is complete, ready to be shown. What she carried in secret is no longer hers to keep, because the truth belongs to the light, and the light belongs to heaven. Stay until the very end, because the final unveiling has not yet arrived. The greatest part of this truth is waiting at the close, and only those who remain will see the fullness of it. This is your moment to witness, your moment to understand, your moment to stand in the fire of revelation. God is drawing your attention right now, and He is saying, stay with me until the end, because the truth about your sister is unfolding even as you listen. Do not allow your eyes to wander, for every second you remain here, another hidden layer is being pulled back. What she thought was covered in silence is now speaking louder than ever, and heaven is commanding you to see it clearly. The secrets that lived in the shadows cannot resist the light that is pouring in. Each moment is heavy with revelation, and you are chosen to witness it. This is why you cannot move away, because the unveiling is not halfway, it is only beginning, and the final turn is still to come. God says, her hidden actions are threads woven into a tapestry, and now the tapestry is being turned to reveal the full picture. What was once unseen is taking shape before your very eyes. Stay here, because the most powerful part of this revelation is never at the start but always at the close. Remain until the last word, because the unveiling is building like a rising tide. The mask is slipping, the cover is breaking, and soon the truth will stand uncovered with no place left to hide. This is not just about her, it is about you, about your destiny, about the path heaven has prepared. And that is why you must stay until the end. The heavens are leaning close in this very moment, and God is saying, do not move, do not scroll, because what is being revealed about your sister is too important to miss. Stay until the end, for every breath of this message carries you deeper into the unveiling. What she thought was hidden in the folds of silence is now rising into the light, piece by piece, unstoppable and undeniable. Her story has been written in layers, and heaven is peeling those layers away so you can see clearly. Each step she took in secret has been traced, and those traces are now forming into a path of truth that cannot be erased. You are not hearing this by chance, this is divine timing, and you are meant to witness it fully. God says her hidden actions have been pressing against the walls of revelation, and now the walls can no longer hold them back. The moment has come for them to break open, for her choices to stand exposed in the brightness of divine light. Stay here, remain until the very last second, because the final and most powerful piece is always revealed at the end. This is not a warning, it is preparation. What comes into the open will bring clarity, and clarity will bring freedom. Do not let go, do not look away, because the truth is building like a wave, and when it breaks, you will see everything with new eyes. God is calling your attention in this very moment, and He is saying stay right here, do not scroll away, because the revelation about your sister is unfolding step by step. What was once hidden in silence is now pressing forward like light breaking through the cracks of darkness. Each second you remain here draws you closer to the full unveiling, and heaven will not allow you to miss it. Her hidden actions are no longer locked away. The time for secrecy has expired, and truth is rising with unstoppable strength. What she thought would never be seen is now standing at the edge of exposure, waiting for the final moment to break free. Stay until the end, because the last words will carry the heaviest revelation, and only those who remain will hear it fully. God says, every mask she wore is slipping, every cover she built is falling. The light of heaven is relentless, and it will shine until nothing remains hidden. This is why you cannot take this lightly. The unveiling is not halfway, it is still unfolding, and the final piece is the one that will change everything. Remain with me, hold your focus, because you are standing at the turning point of this revelation. The truth about your sister is no longer in the shadows, it is being carried by divine hands into the open, and you are chosen to witness it from beginning to end. Heaven is holding your attention in this very second, and God is saying do not move, do not look away, because the revelation about your sister is reaching its turning point. Stay until the very end, because each line of this message is like a step deeper into the hidden chambers of truth. What she thought would remain sealed is now breaking open, and nothing can stop it from rising. Her hidden actions have been carried silently, but heaven does not remain silent forever. The time of unveiling is now, and you are chosen to stand here and see it unfold. Every secret has a season, and that season has ended. The light of God is too strong to be resisted, and it is shining upon every corner where she thought shadows would protect her. God says remain with me, for the most powerful moment is never at the start but always at the end. Each second you stay brings you closer to the final unveiling, where all the pieces connect, and the truth becomes clear. The silence is ending, the mask is breaking, and the story you could not see is about to stand uncovered before you. Stay until the last word, because the unveiling is not finished yet. The heaviest truth is waiting for the close, and only those who remain will witness it fully. This is your moment, your revelation, your appointed time to see everything that heaven has prepared to expose. God is saying stay close, stay focused, because the unveiling of your sister's hidden actions has not reached its final point yet. Do not scroll, do not let go, because every second is carrying you deeper into the moment heaven has prepared. What she thought was her secret is now trembling on the edge of exposure, and heaven is turning that silence into a voice that cannot be denied. The cover she relied on is breaking apart, and with every breath you hear, another layer is falling away. Stay until the end, because what begins as fragments will come together into a full picture, and that picture will change how you see everything. God says, the truth cannot remain in shadows when His light is moving, His light reveals, His light uncovers, His light restores. Your sister's choices have been written in invisible ink, but now the ink is glowing under the fire of divine light. This is why you are here, why you cannot turn away, because the revelation belongs to you. The story is not just hers, it is tied to your destiny, your clarity, your journey forward. Remain until the last word, because the closing moments carry the heaviest unveiling. The truth is not halfway, it is building, growing, pressing against the edge of this very moment. And if you stay, you will see it break open in its fullness, exactly as heaven intended. Stay right here, because heaven is not finished speaking, and God is saying the revelation about your sister is moving into its sharpest point. Do not scroll, do not break focus, because every second that passes is carrying you closer to the moment where everything hidden stands uncovered. What she carried in secret cannot survive in the presence of divine light, and that light is shining stronger now than ever before. Her hidden actions are rising like waves from the deep, each one louder than the last, and soon they will crash into full exposure. Stay until the end, because the last part of this unveiling is the one that connects every detail into clarity. The silence she walked in is no longer silence, it has become a stage where truth is stepping forward, unstoppable and undeniable. God says remain steady, for revelation is not here to harm but to heal, not to break but to prepare. What was hidden is being released so you can see, so you can understand, so you can step forward without confusion. This is why you are being held here, why you cannot look away, because the unveiling belongs to you. Stay with me until the last word, because the greatest moment of this message has not yet arrived. The cover is lifting, the mask is gone, and soon the final light will fall on everything she tried to keep hidden. When it does, you will see clearly, and nothing will ever be the same again. God is saying hold your focus, because the revelation concerning your sister is reaching the moment you have been waiting for. Do not scroll, do not let your eyes drift, because this is the very second where truth is pressing hardest against the surface, ready to break through. What she thought would remain silent forever is no longer silent, heaven has decided it must be revealed. Her hidden actions are no longer scattered pieces in the dark, they are aligning into a picture that cannot be denied. Stay until the end, because the final stroke of this picture will only be seen by those who remain. Each choice she tried to cover is now shining under the light of God, and that light is removing every shadow she depended on. God says, what is being uncovered is not just about her, it is also about you. It is about preparing your path, removing confusion, and giving you clarity where there once was doubt. This is why you are hearing this now, why you cannot move away, because the revelation belongs in your hands. Stay until the last word, because the closing moment carries the fullness. The mask has slipped, the veil is falling, and you are standing at the edge of complete unveiling. When the final truth stands revealed, you will see not only what was hidden but also the purpose behind why heaven chose to show it now. Stay here, stay focused, because God is saying the unveiling of your sister's hidden actions is reaching its final stretch. Do not scroll, do not move, because every word is carrying the weight of what heaven has been waiting to reveal. What she thought was buried deep is no longer hidden, it is rising like fire through the cracks, unstoppable and undeniable. Her story has been wrapped in silence, but silence cannot outlast the voice of truth. Each mask she wore is falling away, each shadow she trusted is dissolving, and now the light of heaven is standing over her choices with clarity that cannot be resisted. Stay until the end, because the greatest part is still to come, the revelation that ties every piece together. God says, this moment is about more than exposure, it is about alignment. By uncovering what was hidden, He is clearing your path, lifting the fog, and giving you vision for what lies ahead. That is why you cannot take this lightly, why you cannot look away, because this revelation has been designed for your eyes to see. Remain until the last word, because the final unveiling will not come in the middle but at the close. The truth is gathering, building, pressing against the moment you are standing in right now, and soon it will break open in full. When it does, clarity will flood in, and you will know why heaven chose this exact time to uncover what your sister tried to hide. Do not move, do not let go, because God is saying the revelation about your sister is entering the final moments. Stay until the end, because every second is carrying the truth closer to the surface. What she believed would stay locked away has already been unlocked by heaven, and now the doors of silence are swinging wide open. Her hidden actions are no longer whispers in the dark, they are rising into the open air, undeniable, unshakable. Each step she covered is now being traced by divine light, and that light will not rest until everything is fully revealed. Stay right here, because you are not only watching, you are chosen to see this moment with clarity. God says, the unveiling is not meant to break you but to free you. By exposing what was hidden, He is preparing you for the path ahead, removing every shadow of confusion and filling you with understanding. This is why you cannot look away, why you must remain until the last word, because the final moment carries the greatest weight. The story that was hidden is becoming clear, the silence is turning into testimony, and the truth is about to stand fully uncovered. Stay until the end, because when the last veil falls, you will see everything exactly as heaven intended. This is the moment of clarity, and it belongs to you. Stay with me, because heaven is not finished yet, and God is saying the unveiling of your sister's hidden actions is reaching the final wave. Do not scroll, do not turn away, because this is the exact second where the truth begins to strike with full force. What she thought was buried beyond reach is already in the hands of divine light, and that light is breaking through every cover she ever built. Her choices, her movements, her secrets, they are no longer silent, no longer hidden. The veil has been lifted, and heaven is drawing you into the moment where clarity becomes undeniable. Stay until the end, because each breath of this message carries another layer of truth peeling back, another mask falling away. God says this is not a random unveiling, it is a divine alignment. The exposure is not to harm but to prepare, not to confuse but to clear your vision. You are standing in the very place where silence ends and revelation begins, and heaven is making sure you do not miss it. Remain with me, hold steady, because the most powerful unveiling is never at the start but always in the last seconds. The final piece is almost here, pressing forward, waiting to be seen. And when it is revealed, you will understand not only what was hidden but also why it had to be shown now. This is your moment of truth, and it belongs to you. Stay right here, because heaven is bringing this moment to its sharpest point, and God is saying do not move until the very end. What concerns your sister is standing on the edge of full exposure, and each second you remain is pulling you closer to the heart of the truth. What she believed would remain in silence is no longer hidden, heaven has decided it is time for unveiling. Her hidden actions are being carried into the open like pages of a book that can no longer stay closed. Every mask is falling, every cover is breaking, and the story that once lived in shadows is now stepping into the light. Stay with me, because the unveiling is not complete yet, the most powerful moment is still waiting at the close. God says, this revelation is not just about what she did, it is about what you need to see. Clarity is being delivered into your hands, and with it comes freedom from confusion, freedom from doubt, freedom from the weight of the unknown. That is why you are here, why you cannot scroll away, because this message belongs to you. Remain until the last word, because the final strike of light has not yet fallen. When it does, every hidden step will be revealed, and you will see with the eyes of heaven. The truth is not approaching, it is here, pressing into this very second. Stay until the end, because the revelation is about to stand fully uncovered. Stay here, stay focused, because God is saying the unveiling is reaching its final flame, and you cannot let this moment slip away. What is being revealed about your sister is pressing harder than ever before, and the light of heaven is burning through every shadow that once tried to protect her secrets. Do not scroll, do not move, because the last part of this revelation carries the deepest truth. Her hidden actions are no longer whispers in the dark, they are rising like a voice that cannot be silenced. Each step she took in secrecy is now unfolding before your eyes, and heaven is showing you what was never meant to stay concealed. Stay with me, because you are standing at the threshold of full exposure, and the final unveiling is almost here. God says, this moment is your clarity. The confusion is lifting, the silence is breaking, and the truth is stepping out with unstoppable strength. What was once hidden is now revealed, and with this revelation comes freedom, direction, and peace. This is why you are here, why you must stay until the end, because the last word will carry the final key. Remain until the closing second, because the heaviest unveiling does not come in the middle, it comes at the end. And when the end arrives, the truth will stand in its fullness, and you will understand why heaven chose this exact time to uncover it. This is your moment to see, your moment to know, your moment to receive what has been waiting in silence. Stay close, because this is the moment heaven has been preparing you for, and God is saying do not look away until the very end. The unveiling of your sister's hidden actions is no longer approaching, it is here, alive in this very second. Each breath you take while staying in this message is pulling you deeper into the core of truth, and you cannot allow yourself to miss it. Her secrets that once lived in silence are now rising like fire through dry wood, unstoppable and undeniable. Every veil she trusted is falling apart, every cover she depended on is dissolving, and the story that was once scattered in shadows is aligning into perfect clarity. Stay right here, because you are not only hearing, you are witnessing the shift heaven has chosen to reveal. God says, this unveiling is the final turn. What was blurred will now become clear, what was confusing will now make sense, and what was hidden will now stand uncovered in the light of His truth. Do not move, because the greatest revelation always comes at the last breath, and you are moments away from seeing it fully. Remain until the end, because heaven is placing the final piece before your eyes. The silence has ended, the truth has risen, and what you are about to see will not only uncover her actions but will also free your path. This is the last stretch of unveiling, and it belongs to you. Stay right here, because heaven has saved the heaviest moment for last, and God is saying do not move until the very end. The truth about your sister's hidden actions has been building like a wave, and now that wave is crashing into full exposure. What she thought could remain buried forever is standing in the light with nowhere left to hide. Her silence has broken, her secrets have surfaced, and the cover she wore has been torn away by the hands of divine truth. Stay with me, because this is the closing moment where everything connects, where every scattered piece aligns into a story you were meant to see. Do not scroll, because the unveiling is complete only when you remain until the final breath. God says, this revelation is not to bring weight upon you, but to lift the weight off of you. By uncovering what was hidden, He is clearing your vision, freeing your path, and preparing you for the next chapter. The truth is no longer approaching, it has arrived, and you are standing inside it right now. Remain until the last word, because this is the moment where heaven seals the unveiling. What was hidden is revealed, what was silent is spoken, and what was confusing is made clear. This is the final release of truth, and it belongs to you. Stay here, because heaven has not finished yet, and God is saying, do not take your eyes away, not even for a moment. The revelation about your sister is still unfolding, and the truth is pressing with even greater weight in this very second. Every secret that once hid in the corners is now standing in the light, and the light will not rest until it shines on everything. Her hidden actions are no longer scattered pieces, they are forming into a complete picture. Each layer that once covered her has been torn away, and now heaven is arranging the story so you can see it clearly. Stay until the end, because the last moments of this message are carrying the heaviest clarity. God says, the unveiling is not here to bring you fear, it is here to bring you freedom. By showing you what was hidden, He is removing the cloud that surrounded you and giving you eyes to see with strength. What once confused you will now make sense, and what once felt uncertain will now be laid open with certainty. Remain until the very last word, because the final piece has not yet been placed before you. The unveiling is reaching its close, but the close is always the strongest part. Do not scroll, do not move, because this truth is for you, and heaven wants you to see it in its fullness. Stay with me, because heaven is still unfolding the weight of this revelation, and God is saying, do not move until the very end. What concerns your sister is not finished being revealed, each second you remain is pulling another hidden piece into the open. What she thought was locked away is now being carried into the light, and nothing can stop it. Her hidden actions are no longer whispers, they are becoming a voice that demands to be heard. Every mask has slipped, every cover has fallen, and now the truth is standing, waiting for you to see it clearly. Stay here, because this moment is not ordinary, it is divine, and it was created for your eyes only. God says, the unveiling is designed to give you strength, not weakness, to give you clarity, not confusion. By showing you what was hidden, He is giving you freedom to walk forward without shadows, without doubt, without fear of the unknown. This is why you are here, why you cannot look away, because this message belongs entirely to you. Remain until the very last word, because the closing moment carries the deepest part of the truth. The story that was hidden is about to stand in full view, and when it does, you will understand why heaven chose this exact time to reveal it. Stay until the end, because the final unveiling is almost here. Stay right here, because heaven is still speaking, and God is saying the revelation about your sister has not reached its final breath yet. Do not scroll, do not let go, because every word is carrying more light, and that light is uncovering what was never meant to remain in darkness. What she thought was silent is now echoing in the open, and the truth is standing closer with every second. Her hidden actions are being drawn into the light like iron pulled by a magnet. Nothing can resist it now, not silence, not secrecy, not time. Stay until the end, because the unveiling grows sharper in these final moments, and only those who remain will see it in its fullness. God says, this moment is not here to break you, it is here to prepare you. By showing you what she carried in secret, He is clearing your path, giving you clarity, and lifting every weight of confusion from your spirit. That is why this unveiling is happening in front of you now, and why you must stay until the last word. Remain, because the strongest truth is always revealed at the close. The mask has fallen, the cover has dissolved, and the story is almost complete. When the last veil is lifted, you will see everything clearly, and you will know exactly why heaven chose you to witness it. Stay with me, because God is saying the unveiling is still alive in this moment, and you cannot look away until the very end. What concerns your sister is not finished being revealed. There are still pieces rising from the silence, still truths pressing forward to be seen. Each second you remain here is drawing the curtain back further, and the picture is becoming clearer. Her hidden actions are no longer buried, they are standing at the surface, waiting for the final light to fall upon them. What once seemed invisible is now undeniable. Stay here, because this is not just information, it is revelation, and it was chosen to reach you in this very hour. God says, this truth is not arriving to weigh you down but to set you free. By exposing what was hidden, He is removing every shadow that tried to confuse your steps, every silence that tried to cloud your vision. What was covered is uncovered, what was silent is spoken, and what was hidden is revealed. Remain until the last word, because the end carries the deepest unveiling. Do not scroll, do not let go, because the story is not complete until the final veil falls. And when it does, you will see not only what your sister kept hidden, but also why heaven chose to reveal it to you now. Stay right here, because heaven is still unfolding the story, and God is saying do not take your eyes away until the very end. What is being revealed about your sister is not finished. Every second you remain is pulling back another curtain, exposing another layer that was once hidden in silence. Do not scroll, because this is the exact moment the unveiling grows strongest. Her hidden actions are pressing forward with unstoppable force. What she thought was locked away in secrecy is now being carried into the open by the light of heaven. Each mask has fallen, each shadow has dissolved, and now the truth is shaping itself into full clarity before you. Stay with me, because the closing of this revelation will hold the sharpest clarity of all. God says, this unveiling is not to harm but to prepare you. He is lifting every veil so that you can walk with strength and direction, free from the weight of uncertainty. What once seemed tangled will now make sense, and what once confused you will now be clear. Remain until the very last word, because the final unveiling is still to come. The story has been building step by step, and the heaviest piece is waiting at the close. Do not move, because this moment belongs to you, and heaven will not let you miss it. Stay here, because heaven is still moving, and God is saying do not turn away until the very last word. The revelation about your sister is not finished. What began as fragments is now forming into a complete picture. Every second you remain is pulling the truth closer, and the light of heaven is shining brighter with each passing moment. Her hidden actions are standing in the open now, no longer protected by silence, no longer hidden by shadows. The masks she once wore have been stripped away, and the story she tried to cover is rising into full view. Stay until the end, because the most powerful unveiling always arrives in the final breath of the message. God says this moment was chosen for you. By showing you what was hidden, He is not bringing weight but freedom, not confusion but clarity. What you could not see before is being made visible, and what once felt uncertain is becoming undeniable. Stay with me, because the truth is almost fully here. Remain until the closing second, because heaven is placing the final piece in your hands. Do not scroll, do not move, because the unveiling is almost complete, and the clarity you have been waiting for is about to arrive. This is the moment heaven prepared, and it belongs to you.